Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien, content de vous retrouver sur le jeu The Forgotten City, donc pour l'épisode 2. C'est un petit let's play découverte qu'on va faire ensemble. Alors, on avait rencontré dans le dernier épisode Fabia, la boulangère, qui était menacée par quelqu'un qui a un arc. Donc on va essayer de fouiller la zone et se débrouiller de le tuer, tout simplement, enfin de le tuer. De lui prendre son arme déjà, ce serait pas mal. Le sanctuaire peut s'écrouler à tout moment. Ok. Donc bah on est parti, je pense qu'il faut aller jusque là-bas. J'ai besoin de votre aide. On va aller là-bas. On va voir ce qu'on peut faire contre l'autre qui a un arc. Ah tiens, le voilà.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Alors le petit sanctuaire, ouais, qui est prêt à s'effondrer là. Ah, tout à l'heure, je me suis fait tuer à cause de ça. Donc je pense que c'est là. Et quand il va rentrer, bah, tout va s'écrouler sur lui. Je pense qu'on va l'envoyer là. On va lui mentir.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Je pense qu'il va se prendre le plafond sur sa tronche, j'espère en tout cas, et comme ça on pourra récupérer l'arc. Tout à l'heure, je suis rentré dans le sanctuaire là-haut, et toutes les pierres se sont effondrées, donc bah, j'ai rechargé la game. Heureusement que j'avais sauvegardé juste avant. Et je pense que c'est là qu'il voulait que je l'envoie, donc on va bien voir. J'espère qu'il va se prendre ça sur la tronche. Ouais, c'est bien là qu'il se dirige. Allez, j'espère qu'il va crever là.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Voilà, super. Indice résolu. Un truc. Alors, avis de prime. Ça, c'est quoi, ça? Sur ordre de l'empereur Néron, tous les loyaux fils de Rome sont sommés de pourchasser et d'exécuter le pyromane et assassin Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, un citoyen originaire du quartier de l'Aventin à Rome. Il a entre 40 et 50 ans et il est de taille et de corpulence moyenne. Il a des cheveux bruns et les yeux de couleurs différentes, un vert et bleu. Il n'a pas de barbe, il fréquente des membres de sectes et est atteint de folie de grandeur. Ok. Donc il n'y a pas de page suivante en tout cas. Donc on va prendre l'objet, bien sûr. Alors on va essayer de prendre l'arc, bien sûr. Un arc composite finement conçu. D'accord, on prend. Obtenir un arc. Droit comme une flèche. On a résolu un indice également. Et denier plus 1. Ok. Alors on a récupéré tout ce qu'il avait sur lui en tout cas. Et au moins il est mort. Donc chose de résolue en tout cas. Donc pour l'arc, je vais aller retrouver le vendeur ici. Donc il est où lui d'ailleurs là? Ah bah tiens, ça c'est la boulangerie. Super. Donc Fabia est là.
You took care of him? An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
Alors on va mentir hein, bien sûr parce que si on dit oui, ça correspond à ce que j'ai fait un meurtre. Donc on va se faire tuer après par les dieux.
Really? Then how? Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything? Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I popped my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Domitius or Rufius. I hope that helps.
D'accord, donc Rufius, on a fait connaissance avec lui. Ok.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me. A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am. It's nice of you to say, but you should save your sympathy. Lots of people here need it more than I do. What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days. Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we? Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white. And your clothes. Oh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
Ah bah si, c'est celui que...
All right.
Le grec, là, je crois.
Taking care of
our habillé en blanc, là.
I won't forget it.
Je crois que c'est lui. Désius qui est là.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban.
Ah, il a vu mon arc.
And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
Alors pas encore, non?
Well, between you and me, I found an old scroll from years ago, hastily written, in which the author claimed something extraordinary and terrifying. He wrote that when the golden rule is broken, statues spring to life all over the city, wielding golden bows, and begin firing golden arrows at the inhabitants. Supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Esau, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination, golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested? Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana? Good. Then none of this should be a surprise to you. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
Un arc doré, bien sûr.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods, no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then, you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger? Only because he was silly enough to get caught. I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you. Because the gods would see you, of course, hence my proposal. So, are you in, partner?
Allez, on va accepter.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
Ok, il va mettre des feuilles d'or dessus.
A gold leaf bow.
Et comme ça, on va pouvoir remplacer cet arc-là factice contre l'arc de la statue. Le vrai arc doré de la déesse Diane. Ok.
Now I've gone and unlocked the shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Ok, bah c'est parti. On va s'occuper de ça. Donc bah c'est sauvegardé de toute façon. Et c'est juste là. Alors, on a encore eu un murmure. Et voici l'arc. Carquois. Ok, on va prendre. il faudrait éteindre déjà ça. Il a dit qu'il fallait éteindre les braseros. Il y a comme un espèce de nid de frelon, je sais pas quoi là. J'espère qu'on va pas être vu par les dieux. Allez, on prend ça. Remplacé par le faux.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Alors on va dire qu'on l'a.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you. A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus. No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole. You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork. I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Et vu que ça l'a transformé en or, on va pouvoir passer maintenant ici. On y va. Du coup, le nid de frelon, il s'est transformé en pierre énorme, en or, quoi. C'est pour ça que ça a pété carrément le sol sous nos pieds. On a réussi à s'enfuir comme ça. Et s'échapper du temple. Alors, fouiller. Flèche emprunnée, ok. Ça nous remonte à 31 flèches, excellent. J'ai trouvé un moyen de revenir au temple. Donc on a trouvé le traître. Hein. Là, c'est un mec qui a voulu me piéger. Et ça, j'aime pas les mecs comme ça. Donc on va le dénoncer au magistrat. Je pense que c'est lui qui va aviser en fonction. Alors, des flèches et 112 deniers là, cette fois. Excellent. Alors, il y a pas mal de squelettes. Hein. Je sais pas ce qui s'est passé là. Mieux vaut pas le savoir. Les algues. Alors quoi les algues? Ah yes. Ouais, ça va transformer en or en fait. Je comprends l'astuce. Et on va pouvoir passer grâce à ça. Excellent. Donc là, on voit des pièges qui sont actifs. Ah, une fissure dans le mur là, mais je pense pas qu'on peut passer. Ouais, c'est pas comme dans AC Odyssée. Alors, journal de Nevia, volume 1.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper
Ok, il y a
haunted
vraiment
me.
de quoi lire.
Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and
D'accord.
found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me.
Un
As
peu
I
par
walked
là.
past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that
Du coup, là, je fais
even
comment pour
though I
passer là?
had
Faut
moved,
sauter jusqu'à
she
là-bas?
was still looking right into my
Là, si je
soul.
me loupe...
That was when it dawned on me.
Ouais,
This
ok, on a
wasn't
eu
a
chaud.
statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment,
Alors, à mon
they
avis, il
would
faut
not
tirer
believe me.
pour qu'il soit encore plus dur, en fait.
I knew the full horror of this place.
Voilà, comme
Immobilized
ça.
within
C'est
these
transformé en or et du
statues
coup, on
are
peut
living
se
human
barrer.
beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
On a trouvé encore un carquois. Excellent. Et du coup, là, c'est pareil. On va pouvoir s'enfuir comme ça. Alors que l'arc est vraiment très utile. Vraiment génial. Alors, je sais pas où est-ce qu'on atterrit, là. Ah, je vais peut-être cacher l'arc, hein, parce que apparemment, faut pas d'armes en ville. Indice résolu à huis clos. Donc ça y est, on est rentré dans le palais. Donc je vais sauvegarder. Et je sais pas si on peut prendre la lampe torche ou quoi. Ouais, on va la prendre quand même. Sinon ça va être chiant. On va rien voir du tout là-dedans. Donc là c'est barré, hein. De toute façon les portes, on peut pas se barrer comme on veut. Ouais, on peut rien faire là. Alors, vieux coffre, fouillé. Donc il y a des flèches. Super. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça là? Attends, comme si ça aiguisait une épée ou je ne sais quoi.
You're not supposed to be here.
Ah, où est-ce que je dois aller là? On va peut-être prendre l'arc, hein. On va bien voir. Ok, on va en calmer. Saloperie. Putain. Je sais pas ce que c'était que ces merdes. Ah putain, ils m'ont fait peur, ces cons là.
Please.
Il y en a encore un là-bas. Faut falloir le buter, je pense. Allez, amène-toi. Voilà, toi. Alors, prendre. Bourse, 72 gold. C'est toujours ça. Je sais pas trop ce qu'on va pouvoir en faire après du gold. Ok, on prend les flèches. Hein. Très utile. Encore des flèches là. On passe à 58 en niveau de flèche. C'est bien. Alors, il y en a là encore ou quoi? Alors, pourquoi il y a ça? Ok, il y a un trou là. Je pense qu'il va falloir passer par là en tout cas. Ça. Je peux pas l'avoir là? En bas. Ok. Bon bah on va passer par là les gars. Il y a du monde. Hein. Allez, dégagez, bande de saloperies. Passer par là. Par contre, on n'a plus de vie, donc il va falloir faire très attention à ça. 6 flèches, ok. Ouais, encore du monde là-bas. Voilà. Alors la vie remonte tout seul par contre, ça c'est bien. On n'a pas besoin de remède ou quoi. Ah, les flèches, on prend. Alors il y a encore des squelettes là, des trucs comme ça. Viens. Il y a un coffre en bas, j'irais bien le chercher quand même. Ouais, il y a quelque chose là. Voilà, toi. Alors 10 flèches et 50 deniers. Ok, c'est toujours ça. Voilà, on pourra passer maintenant là-bas. Dégage ça. Et on va pouvoir passer là maintenant, sur les branches qui sont devenues dorées. Alors 46 flèches, ouais, ça part assez vite, hein. Avec les statues là qu'on doit attaquer, plus tirer sur les branches. Ok, il y en a là. Alors on est où là? Je sais même pas trop où c'est qu'on est. « 75 gold, ok. Voilà, excellent. On les a tous pris au piège dans le lac. Enfin, dans l'espèce de mare, plutôt. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là? Clé du palais. Donc on va prendre, bien sûr.
My beloved Galatea.
Et le volume 2 du journal de Nevia. Ok. Donc vous mettrez pause hein, dans les vidéos si vous voulez. On va pas tout lire hein, parce que sinon ça va prendre trop de temps.
What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept
On va
alive
trouver le
somehow,
volume 2, d'accord?
trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any
Ok.
sane
Ah là, il y
mind
a
to
du sang par contre.
comprehend. I tried to offer them
On
what
va
small
déverrouiller.
mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned
On
as
a
a
pas mal de
child.
deniers hein, là
As
depuis
the
qu'on est en train de
others
fouiller.
became more concerned by my charity, I sought
Ils essayent de
solitude
fuir.
from
Hein.
them,
On les voit
preferring the
courir par
company
là.
of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor, who fell in love with a and who, turning to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea.
Ok, ils peuvent plus passer
had come
à
to
cause des
life.
rideaux qui sont devenus dorés.
It was then
Comme ça,
that I
ça va
heard
faire
you
économiser
whisper
un peu
to
plus
me,
de flèches.
Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when you came later, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison,
On peut pas
so that I
passer.
might one day hear you speak,
Derrière.
not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Ah, on peut pas passer là, sérieux? Ouais, on n'a pas l'air de pouvoir passer là. Faut que j'aille à 101 mètres. Donc, où est-ce qu'il faut que je passe là? Ah, c'est là. D'accord. J'avais pas vu la porte. Allez, on traverse comme ça. Et on arrive où là? Ouais, ils peuvent plus passer, de toute façon. « 44 gold. » Alors je sais pas si tous les gens se sont transformés ou quoi en statues, parce que j'ai l'impression que maintenant tout le monde est devenu comme ça, là, des monstres. C'est bien possible. On va passer là. Voilà, du coup il y a du monde.
I just want to die.
Laissez-moi vous tuer, bande de cons. Mettez-vous là.
Make it stop. Kill.
Voilà. On va les buter. Merde. Et voilà. Tout le monde s'est transformé en statue. Donc là, on vient d'ici. Ok. Eh ben, on va descendre là. Là, on peut pas passer de toute façon. 211 deniers. Excellent. Ok, il y a un monstre là-bas. Là, il n'y a rien de toute façon. Voilà, on l'a eu. Un coup. Du garum, une sauce au poisson fermenté utilisée comme condiment. Elle a une légère odeur salée. Ok. Allez, dégage. Laisse-moi passer. Donc là, il n'y a rien du tout. on les a eu. Où est-ce qu'on arrive là? Volume 3 du journal Nevia, pardon.
My attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons.
Qu'est-ce qu'il me semblait?
Trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know of your suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity
Ah, y a
is
pas mal de
preserved.
sang ici, hein.
I promise you this. One
vraie
day
boucherie.
we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
Plus ça va, plus il y a du sang. C'est pas bon signe tout ça. Regardez ça. Oh la boucherie. Je sais pas ce qui s'est passé. Qui c'est qui me parle là? Derrière vous. Vous devez être Nevia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
Allez, je pense qu'on va dégainer l'arc.
You think you can bring me down with your little wooden arrows before I jam this blade into your throat? What? How? That's impossible. You're trying to intimidate me. Liar. Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would
Le
help
sanctuaire d'Apollon, on y
Lucretia
a été
ease the
tout à l'heure.
suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Galatée. Ok, c'est lui.
You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few
Dit-il à
things in there
Lucretia. Ok.
which may be useful to Lucretia.
Super. On obtient la clé du sanctuaire d'Apollon.
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Cette porte mène au balcon du palais. Ok.
Go, and never return.
Et ne revenez plus. J'ai pas l'intention de revenir non plus, hein. T'inquiète pas. Il y a beaucoup de morts ici. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a là par là? Ah, c'est des miroirs à moitié là. Ça fait bizarre. Ok, donc voici le balcon dans quoi elle m'a parlé. Je pense qu'on pourrait utiliser la tyrolienne plutôt. Ce serait mieux. Ah, où est-ce qu'on est là? Ok, je vais utiliser ça. On va pouvoir marcher dessus déjà. Ouh là là! Ah ouais, c'était chaud ça. Alors je me suis fail. Ok, donc dans quoi je suis arrivé là? Note de Nevia. Je vais m'enfermer, n'essayez pas de me suivre. Il n'en résultera rien de bon, Nevia. Ok. De toute façon, c'est fermé. Je pense que je vais enlever l'arc, hein, parce que on n'a pas le droit de se trimballer avec un arc dans la ville, apparemment. Le moyen d'en sortir, ouais, exact. Et on va retrouver l'autre traître là qui m'a enfermé dans le sanctuaire. Donc là, c'est les lieux d'aisance. Alors, Théophilus s'est livré à une orgie avec 4 femmes ici. Et les a toutes déçues. Ah bien, le bougre, il n'était pas tellement très doué. Et nous revoilà en ville. Alors. Donc l'autre traître là, si je le
Never seen a
retrouve.
lamp like that before. Remarkable.
Ok. Alors, maintenant faut retrouver l'autre traître là qui m'a enfermé. Et là, ça va chauffer les gars. Donc je vais sauvegarder. Ses larmes parcourent la cité. Donc lui, il doit être par là, je crois.
What have you begged for us today, my talented young friend?
Same thing I've done every day for the last 5 months, Georgie.
Alors où est-ce qu'il est ce con là?
Ah, but it's the way you make it which makes it so magnificent.
I just follow the recipe. It's dead simple.
Donc, le temple d'Apollon, je devais y aller pour
May Apollo keep you safe. Flatterer. What are you like?
Lucretia.
Feeling all right? Sure. What do you want to know? How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid. Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa, and they are quite secretive. Gladly. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's
Alors
either
moi je l'ai
dead
vue par
or up
contre.
to something so
Elle est
strange
complètement
that she
devenue
doesn't
folle
want
à
anyone else to
l'intérieur.
know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Alors on va essayer ça. Ouvrir le coffre du sanctuaire d'Apollon. Donc ouais, le coffre, il est où déjà? Pourtant là c'est le sanctuaire d'Apollon, je
May
crois. Hein.
Apollo keep you safe.
Ah bah voilà, il est là. Note du remède de Nevia, c'est ça. flatulence, rhubarbe, ulcère, gentiane, maux d'estomac, glucorysa, rhumatisme, écorce de saule, furoncle, aloès. Ok. Alors on va prendre l'objet et je vais le donner à Nevia. Ah, à Lucretia, pardon.
Feeling all right? Oh, I see. Well, what's the treatment? Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some. I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
Ça doit être lui, sûrement. Écorce de saule. Un pot contenant de l'écorce de saule finement découpée, utilisée à des fins thérapeutiques. Ok. Eh ben, je vais lui donner.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did. Oh no. Sorry. I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Je confirme, ouais.
Well, she used to run the clinic until she suddenly the last, and then she's been gone. But I really wish one of my... He's become so... I just know. You did? That's unexpected. But tell me, what is it? Willowback. I have...
Ok, donc elle me leur donne.
All right.
Ok, donc ça c'est fait. Alors j'ai l'écorce de saule à donner à Rufius, hein, si je le trouve dans la ville. Alors, Rufius, il était là tout à l'heure. Ah, il est à 108 mètres là-bas. Je pense qu'il est de l'autre côté, malheureusement. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là, J'ai jamais été voir ici.
Hello? Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Bien sûr, on va la lire. Pas de problème. Alors, on va lire juste le résumé apparemment. Le magistrat Sentius explique que Dooley a été emprisonné pour l'empêcher de s'introduire dans les propriétés privées. D'accord, ok. Donc si vous voulez tout lire, vous mettrez pause sur la vidéo.
What does it say?
Il est marqué qu'ils vous ont surpris sur une propriété privée et qu'ils vous ont enfermé pour vous empêcher d'enfreindre la règle d'or.
My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key, and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about assistance.
Je pense qu'il va me donner justement la clé que je cherche à sa place.
Put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady. Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Mais peut-être qu'avec moi, ça pourrait marcher.
Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Et très précieux. D'accord. On va voir ce qu'on va faire avec ça. Donc parlons de votre trésor.
He said he always would.
Ok.
He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, like now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. You're going to let me out of here? Really? Go? You mean? Bye-bye.
Ok, alors on verra bien ce qu'on peut faire pour lui. Ah, il est où lui là? Il est parti par là ou quoi?
Galerius?
Horatius? One of these statues
Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too
Ok, on va
hard
lui
on
parler.
yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep
No
thinking,
idea what you're talking about.
what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that
Yeah?
to the gods. Try to relax,
Prove it.
get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're
Je
right.
sais pas lui, peut-être. Je sais pas trop parce qu'elle parlait qu'il y avait quelqu'un en armure, donc ça pouvait être lui justement. C'est peut-être pour ça qu'on a pu proposer cette phrase. Alors on va dire que c'est au sujet de votre rhumatisme.
What business is that of yours?
J'ai découvert un remède. Mangez un morceau de cette écorce de saule. Vous devriez vous sentir mieux en un rien de temps.
Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all.
Ok, on en a fini en tout cas avec cette quête.
Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. See you around.
Ok, donc ça a été fait comme quête. Alors du coup, maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'il reste à faire? Et jeter un œil dans leur maison. Ok. Donc ça, on pourrait peut-être se faire cette quête, en fait, les gars. Ça pourrait être sympa pour terminer cet épisode. Bon, on a Horatius ici.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a de marqué là?
Ignorant.
This again.
Ok.
You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
On va essayer de la draguer.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. Whatever you like. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. I guess that went right over your head. Never mind. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you? If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that. Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not? Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Ok.
What's the matter?
Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. All
Il
right,
prête de
see ya.
l'argent, d'accord. Ok. Je vois un peu le genre de...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe là? Ah, il s'enfuit par là, ok. On va poursuivre Sentius. Alors qu'est-ce qui se passe là?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Alors on obtient le guidon de tyrolienne. Donc on pourra utiliser les cordes désormais, c'est pour ça que je me suis cassé la gueule tout à l'heure. Ok, il fallait
Just
ça.
attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Alors je crois qu'on recommence tout de départ en fait, mais sauf que là je connais déjà ses intentions, comme là on a dit qu'il allait me présenter au magistrat et tout ça, et je connaissais son nom, donc il a été surpris.
Well, it sounds serious. I'm listening.
Alors il faut que vous empêchiez Fabia d'entrer dans le sanctuaire vide et que vous disiez à la personne, à la nouvelle personne qui arrivera, qu'elle trouvera ce qu'elle cherche dedans. Alors on va plutôt dire ça.
All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Voilà, il est parti faire cette quête. Je pense que comme ça, utiliser tyrolienne, voilà, ça va nous empêcher de refaire tout depuis le début. Par contre, on a eu la visite guidée tout à l'heure avec Galerius, et donc j'aimerais bien voir quand même les habitations par là. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de ce côté? Donc, prototype, alors c'est quoi ça? Ok, ça c'est pour la tyrolienne. Coffre de Galerius. Un poème de Galerius. Ok. On va lui remettre ça dans son coffre.